Hello. Just before the video starts, I'm really close to 500 subscribers, so it would be a huge favor if you could subscribe. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. And watch. This is a yab session, so just beware. It's like 7 minutes, I think. I don't know. Just enjoy. Goodbye. Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about Veilbound again, because I don't really know what to post, and there's been a lot of sneaks on it recently, so I might as well just make a video talking about some of it. So first of all, if you don't really know what Veilbound's combat is, then I guess I'll explain a little bit. Veilbound is... Veilbound is a parry-based combat system with a very high use of movement. Kind of like it has parrying and stuff, and I think it has dodging, but I think it's a lot more in depth than Deepwoken or Type Soul or any of those kind of like block parry dodge games or whatever. Ripped, the owner, he's recently shown a sneak on Aura. Aura hasn't really been explained yet, but it is a combat mechanic that raises the skill ceiling and can allow you to beat multiple people in a fight, like a 3v1 or something, or a 2v1, just something that will make you a better player overall. I don't really know what Aura could be, but it could be anything, honestly. Aura will add to being a big factor in somebody's skill as well, so it could give like a buff or something as you like use it, or like a small buff for like a little bit of time. I really don't know, like I have no speculation on what it could be, honestly. But mobility is one of Veilbound's biggest factors in its combat, and according to Rip, there are going to be tools to catching people to stop them from running away. He's also stated that there won't be a point to gimmick builds because people will be able to tell what you're using just by your appearance and abilities. Compared to games like Type Soul, there's way more variety to combat and the game's build, but there's a lot we don't know yet, so it really is all just speculation. There's also been another sneak on dungeons, and they're randomly generated, which is cool. First of all, I think it'll add more variety to the game, I guess, since there's gonna be, tons of different dungeons that are built differently just because they're randomly generated. In Rip's tweet, he said that there's unique rooms and encounters. There's also going to be rare specific ones, that may give you like better loot or something. And as well, during a dungeon, you can also end up in somebody else's dungeon, kind of like that Elden Ring raiding thing. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. And it might just be like straight boxing from there if you're in another person's dungeon, or you could take it with them together. Maybe do some like SAO type stuff, or like betray them or something while you're in there. In this one picture, he has like this like spear with like that's like glowing at the end. That could be some type of like rare artifact type of weapon. I don't know. There is fishing in the game, so that's cool just from this one picture. Also, I'm gonna talk a little about one last thing, the logbook. So I'm assuming it's kind of like your in-game Trello, like you look for something, you find it, and then you can like write it down in your logbook, and you'll have that information until you wipe or something. Or never mind, you keep it forever. So if you have like a certain boss in your logbook, you have that in your logbook forever. which I think is cool. It'll stop players from trying to make like some type of wiki or a Trello. It'll definitely add more to the discovery of the game. I feel like Trellos and information sources ruin games like these that are based on exploration and finding things, because it's like the whole aspect of something, you know. It's like the coolest thing about a game. You want to figure out stuff on your own, you know. But looking stuff up kind of spoils it. I'm gonna just read Rip's tweet. So he said that the idea is that you have a logbook of all your discoveries accessible by a click, not something that shows everything in the game. Your logbook progressively grows as you play the game, eventually resulting in tons of information discovered by you that you can access reminisce on. And the logbook acts as an indication that you know your stuff about the game, you've seen it all. And he said that there is a secret benefit for fully completing a category in your logbook / your entire logbook. So maybe you get some type of reward, or maybe it's something that can help with your progression, something that just contributes towards your character. I'm not too sure what it could be, but it's probably a reward of some sorts. Yeah, I don't know much else to yap about, but yeah, go check out the game. Go check out Rip's Twitter. There's a bunch of sneaks on there. Discord will be in the description. Yeah.